A young woman left her office late one night, planning only a short drive home, but she never arrived. Her car was discovered the next morning on a quiet roadside, the engine off, the driver's door slightly ajar. Inside, her handbag and keys were untouched, as if she had stepped away for just a moment. But no one ever saw her return. The community quickly grew restless, rumors spreading through coffee shops and neighborhood porches. Some believed she had been kidnapped, while others whispered about an old local legend of people who vanished without a trace. Police combed nearby woods and rivers, yet nothing surfaced. Her family begged for answers, pleading on television for her safe return. As days passed, the mystery deepened, leaving only shadows of fear behind. What happened that night would soon reveal something darker than anyone dared to imagine. Police received an anonymous tip pointing toward a place most people in town refused to go near, an abandoned cemetery on the edge of the county. Overgrown weeds, leaning tombstones, and broken gates gave it an eerie, forgotten look. Locals had long warned that strange things happened there, claiming voices echoed at night when no one was around. Still, detectives felt compelled to investigate, even though they brushed off the ghost stories. Walking between cracked graves, their flashlights flickered on the stone markers, some dating back over 100 years. They searched for any sign of the missing woman, hoping for footprints or discarded belongings. At first, the area seemed empty, just a ruin swallowed by silence. But near one corner, they noticed a patch of disturbed earth, as if someone had dug recently. That chilling discovery hinted that the cemetery held secrets much darker than forgotten graves. Gravediggers employed by the city came forward with troubling accounts. They claimed to hear muffled sounds whenever they worked near certain graves, noises like faint scratching beneath the soil. At first, their stories were dismissed as superstition, but when one grave was accidentally disturbed during maintenance, the horror could no longer be denied. Inside the old coffin were deep claw marks etched into the wood from the inside out. The sight froze investigators in shock, suggesting someone had been alive when placed underground. The evidence raised terrifying questions. Had the missing woman suffered the same fate? Forensic experts were called, carefully examining the coffin's interior. Every groove in the wood spoke of desperation, of someone's last fight against suffocation and despair. Families of other missing people began to wonder if their loved ones were trapped in similar tombs. The investigation shifted from routine to horrifying, leaving everyone shaken. A man living in the shadows of the town stepped forward, his words trembling but firm. He said he had seen a dark-colored van parked near the cemetery on the night the woman disappeared. From his vantage point under a bridge, he claimed he saw two men struggling to carry something heavy, as though lowering a body. He swore he heard faint cries afterward, muffled but human, buried beneath the soil. Police questioned him carefully, but his story was easy to dismiss. He was homeless, unreliable in their eyes. Yet, as more people began to go missing in the area, his words could no longer be ignored. The man insisted he wasn't crazy. He knew what he heard. His description of the van matched other reports of suspicious vehicles. The chilling possibility emerged that someone was orchestrating these burials, and worse, that the victims might still be alive underground. Authorities realized they could no longer delay action. Fearing someone might be buried alive, a secret dig was organized under the cover of night. Heavy machinery and floodlights illuminated the cemetery, breaking its suffocating silence. Officers and workers carefully began to unearth several suspicious sites. What they uncovered disturbed everyone present. Fresh soil covered older coffins, as if graves had been tampered with recently. One coffin lid showed signs of splintering from the inside, as though someone had fought desperately to escape. Another grave revealed bones scattered unnaturally, mixed with soil, suggesting tampering. The atmosphere grew tense with each shovel of dirt removed, every creak of old wood echoing through the night air. For the first time, investigators admitted this was no longer a simple disappearance but a chilling possibility of intentional live burials. Each discovery pulled them deeper into a mystery drenched in terror and unexplainable dread. Reports began to spread among locals that faint cries were being heard at the cemetery after nightfall. People walking nearby claimed they heard whispers carried by the wind, some describing them as human voices begging for help. Paranormal investigators, drawn by curiosity and fear, joined the case, bringing equipment to capture what might be hiding beneath. Recordings revealed strange noises resembling breathing or muffled screams, fueling the town's panic. Police officers, though skeptical, could not ignore the consistent testimonies. Some began to believe that this was more than a crime. It might be something ancient and sinister. Experts spoke of rituals meant to trap souls underground, feeding on their fear. The horrifying thought took root. What if the missing were not just victims of human cruelty, but of a force that thrived on keeping them alive, suffering in the darkness? The line between reality and nightmare blurred dangerously. Investigators made a shocking discovery while continuing their search. Deep inside a coffin that appeared sealed for decades, they found a small ring belonging to the missing woman. Forensic examination confirmed it was hers, sparking disbelief among the team. How could her ring end up in a grave that had been untouched for nearly a century? The answer defied logic, hinting at a chilling connection between the past and the present. As they dug further, they uncovered disturbing evidence. Coffins with broken lids, claw marks in multiples, and signs that this was not an isolated case. The pattern suggested a series of burials spanning generations. Locals whispered that the land itself was cursed, a place where the dead refused to stay buried. The woman's family clung to hope she might still be alive, but the investigation revealed something far more terrifying than they had ever expected. The truth unfolded in a way that shook everyone to their core. Investigators pieced together fragments of history and modern evidence, uncovering a ritual that had plagued the town for generations. Victims were not randomly chosen. They were buried alive as part of a terrifying practice meant to bind souls to the grave. The missing woman's final fate was revealed in chilling detail, her desperate struggle forever etched into the earth. Some bodies were recovered, but many graves remained untouched, too dangerous or sacred to disturb. The haunting conclusion left no comfort. The curse was not broken. Rumors spread that the ritual was still active, hidden within the town's shadows, waiting for its next victim. Families mourned, but fear outweighed grief, as everyone realized the horror was far from over. The story ended, not with closure, but with the terrifying knowledge that the darkness still breathes beneath.